Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. So today we're going to be creating this better pasta dish. Let's start by having all of our items laid out. I'm going to grab a vegetable peeler and a zucchini in a bowl to catch the noodles that we're going to create, or the ribbons. So I just start by creating some strips, some ribbons with the vegetable peeler. I also wanted to try out this julienne peeler that I had just purchased. I hadn't been really familiar with that, but I think it will work for some recipes, just maybe not so much for this one. But I did want to give you all an idea of the strips that it could also create. But I am going to go ahead and get back to my vegetable peeler and use that to create the ribbons or the noodles for today's recipe. And you see I have a bowl full, well, not a whole bowl full, but partially full of zucchini noodles. Isn't that great? It didn't take very long and it was super affordable as opposed to buying the pre-made noodles. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and grab a carrot and start creating strips or ribbons with that as well. You see how easy that is. And I don't peel my carrots ahead of time. I eat all of that. So just go ahead and make those ribbons. Again, that's the julienne peeler. I wanted to give that a try, and you'll see the skinny strips that it creates, which again may work for some recipes, but wasn't really what I was going for today. And it'll just take some patience to work with that. But back to my vegetable peeler I go. And you see we have noodles, carrot noodles and zucchini noodles. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a smaller bowl and the avocado and a knife. So you just start by moving the avocado against the knife, not so much moving the knife, and cutting that avocado open. Oh, and just look how beautiful that is. Isn't it always wonderful when you have a beautiful, perfectly ripened avocado? So then to get the pit out, you just tap the knife against the seed and you just turn it and it comes right out. Next, you want to scoop out the flesh. Just use a spoon and scoop it out. When it's nice and ripe like that, it just makes everything so much easier. Now I'm just going to start mashing the avocado down with a fork. I'm going to get ready to add a little bit of salt. I normally like my pink Himalayan salt, but this is the only salt I had on that was already like ground up into crystals. My pink Himalayan salt. I didn't have my salt grinder, so yeah, I was forced to use that. But anywho, I also added some freshly cracked black pepper, which I love pepper. I ended up using a lot more, but I just cut out that footage. So add as much pepper or other herbs and spices as you would like. This is just a really basic recipe to start out with. So next I'm going to add that mashed avocado to the noodles. I'm also going to add a splash of white wine vinegar and just start mixing that all up. I started off with a wooden spoon, which is not the proper utensil for this job. Lesson learned. I'll eventually switch over to some other utensils, but next time use some tongs or like a fork and a spoon or a couple spoons to get that all coated and tossed. You may have to add a little bit more of your ingredients to get the flavor that you want and the consistency that you want. So I just added a little more vinegar and then I just tossed that. And we get that all incorporated and it's looking great. And go ahead and taste your food. This is just for me, so I can do that. But if you're serving this to other people, grab a tasting fork or a tasting spoon. But always taste it to adjust the flavorings or the seasonings as needed. You don't want to get to the table and have it be under-seasoned. So I just add a little bit more of the vinegar, the salt, and the pepper. And just mix that all up again. And I think that's coming together wonderfully. Look how beautiful that is. Look at all those beautiful colors, the green and the orange. Even looks like that pale kind of white creamy color as well from the inside of the zucchini. So go ahead and plate that up onto a nice serving dish. Make your meals look pretty and something that's appetizing or appealing to the eye. So there we go. We have our better pasta dish. This is something that's super healthy for you. It is vegan friendly, keto friendly, friendly towards a variety of types of diets. So go ahead, scoop that up. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that money shot. And take a nice bite and enjoy the fruit of your labor. You can serve this chilled or warmed. I like it just as it is. All right, till next time. Bye. Also, head over to TanyaNicole.com for this full recipe and blog post.